Okay, so our group decided to do a bell siphon system because, I mean, while it is a bit more work at the beginning to try to work out the kinks, once you get it working, it's pretty easy. It keeps running. It requires low maintenance once it's up and going, and it puts less strain on the pump. So I think the bell siphon is ideal for an elementary school classroom, low maintenance, and the pump just keeps going, so puts less strain on it.
Feeling energized. Anyways, here's our first schematic here, and here's our more developed schematic. This one we did before we knew how pumps worked. It's really just a simple bell siphon design. You know, you got your table, you got your tank underneath, the bell siphon just draining it with gravity. Our main problem here is just we didn't understand that the pump needs to be in the water somehow. And then this tube just feeds from the top. So we fixed that with this one. The pump's just down here, and then the tube goes on top. And it's pretty simple, you know? The bell siphon just, bell siphon drains the water once it floods, and it just creates a circle. Yeah, hopefully this works out, but you never know.
Welcome to day one of the aquaponics project. We're building today. We're checking that the bulkhead seal is all good. We're putting the PVC in there, making sure nothing's leaking. Just getting stuff ready for the build process. Today the miter saw is broken and we don't have wood, so we can't start the table. But I might try and get some wood after school today. So.
It's about a half of that got here. It's okay. A lot was spilled before I got here too.
It wasn't all.
Hey man, can I have some hydro time?
Only a spoonful.
No dirt on my hands, that's good. You sure? I mean, it won't take very long. Yeah. Alright, so as long as everything is like getting soaked in water. welcome everybody. I'm just gonna get you familiar with what we've got going on here. So we've got a flood and drain system. You know, we got our fish down there today. We got our grow bed here, and we have a bell siphon. The bell siphon, that was interesting. I will say this: it was interesting to deal with because we had a big problem. The way bell siphons work, you know, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, but bell siphons use negative pressure and gravity to basically have water come up and flood. There's a pipe in there, and once it does, the suction pulls all the water down into this pipe down here, and once it reaches the certain height, it all just rushes out. So right now it's flooding, and this whole system will flood, and then once it reaches a certain height, which is around the height of this, it'll all just shoot out. And hopefully it doesn't kill our fish, because that would suck. But we don't know that yet. Speaking of fish, let's get you oriented. So, you know, we figured, why not name the fish? We don't really care. They might die, but that's just how it is sometimes. The orange one is Goldie, because, you know, it's golden. And then the other one is named Small. We got some stuff going on with the plants here. So, you know, our big goal here, we were trying to grow wasabi, and this has been growing well. We just pruned it the other day. This leaf has been looking, you know, interesting the whole time, but for the most part, we're looking pretty good. This is some basil, you know. It's basil, it's pretty easy to grow, except for this basil. It's kind of purple, you know. And then this is actually not a plant at all. This is just an aquatic plant that we put in here for fun. Right over here, we're actually growing. Oh, that's a hose. This is all falling apart. That's okay. Right here, we've been trying to grow some mimosas. You know, some sensitive plant. It's a little too sensitive, if I'm being honest here. Hasn't germinated in like 3 weeks, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. But you know, we're really focused on just getting a thriving ecosystem here. As you can see, it's flooded a little bit more here as we've been going through this. And you know, we chose this system because we want something that once you set it up, you're not going to have much to do with it. You want something that's easy to maintain. And you know, that really is here. It's energy efficient. There's only one pump. And it's pretty self-sustaining once you let it go. We wanted something that was, you know, easy enough to troubleshoot. And I think we met that goal. The hard part, it was setting up the bell siphon. Our problem was that, you know, it would go on pretty well on the first cycle, but then it would just consistently drain. And we found that our problem to that, oh, look, it's draining right now. We found that our problem to that was that our drain pipe was too low. It was actually in the water. And that was causing a circular pressure system that it had too much positive pressure on this inner tube right there, so it wasn't allowing the water to be sucked up, and we fixed it. That was a pretty simple fix. We tried a lot of stuff, and that was ultimately what it was. So you know, if I were to advise anyone going forward, I would say make sure that is above the water. Make sure it's above the water. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good run through of our system. Hopefully it continues to thrive. And you know, it should sustain itself. I think it's going to do that. We met all our goals. It's pretty self-contained. It's not that big, you know. The table, here, watch this. It's sturdy. It's a sturdy table. You can kick it. Nothing's going to happen there. It's cheap, you know. I spent like $10 on wood. These, it's all pretty reusable materials here. And we did a pretty good job. Oh, there we go. Adam's doing some more water testing here. We did a good job, you know, making sure everything worked all right. We troubleshooted it, and it's maintaining itself. So, what more can you ask for? I think this is going to be a success wherever it is. It's a solid design. And, you know, once you got it figured out, it's good. So, with that, I wish you all farewell. I bid you adieu.
It was a great journey, and we made friends along the way.
It's really all about the friends we made along the way. I think that's the real lesson here. And hopefully our fish friends stay here on this journey with us. You know, may they all live long and in our hearts. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.